Chloe, would we like to be in a video about how much I love you? Are you, Bambi?
Dogs have never been more popular. In the UK, we bought 3.2 million pets during lockdown. In Europe, puppies are now a multi-billion euro industry. But where are all these puppies coming from?
Illegal, wenn das in Gott klein wohnen haben, war ein Gut.
Ja, dann beweisen Sie mir das.
For the first time, our world unveils a criminal underworld of puppy traders trafficking dogs across Europe.
They came here to resell those dogs in England. Those Englishmen, they also dealt in drugs.
The criminals are breeding dogs in unlicensed puppy mills in Hungary. These dogs suffer abuse and neglect.
Azt, hogy milyen érzés ide belépni, azt nem láttam.
The dogs are sold into a vast pet trade network in Western Europe that handles 8 million puppies a year.
Also das ist ein richtig massiv erkrankter Hund.
Many are illegally passed off as the offspring of a much-loved family pet.
They are in the house.
Jetzt abhängen. Hungary has emerged as a dog breeding power in Europe. In the last 2 years, it's legally exported over 70,000 puppies within the EU. A huge network of puppy farms grew up here after the collapse of the Soviet Union.
The system changed. The state farms and cooperative farms were privatized. So people stopped working with cows, started working with swine, and the Italian tradesmen came into Hungary and saw a big business. And they started to build up a network of puppy producers here in Hungary. And then the people, step by step, realized that they can make money on dogs instead of keeping swine and rabbits. And they put these animals to the place of the swine and poultry and rabbits.
The industry is controlled by the government through licensing. The farms are expected to conform to animal welfare standards. But anyone can register online to be a breeder without any initial checks. This is Pus-Plogodani. This town of just 16,000 people has 154 registered breeders. The NEBI is the government agency charged with carrying out random checks of Hungary's nearly 3,000 breeders. Our World has joined them today on one of their inspections, led by Chief Vet Dr. Attila Bones.
It is a registered dog keeping place for trading.
But this breeder has passed the inspection. The vet in charge says they don't have anything to report to us.
No, it's only documentary work with the data. They will use.
But some audio between NEBI inspectors, captured minutes earlier, reveals some findings.
Nekem is, tehát én is ki vagyok akadva, mint ez káros, de ez most nem arról szól. Viszont őket nem engedhetjük be, mert a boldogság lesz. Itt ezeket a kutyákat meg kell írni, ki kéne kozmetikázni, mások nem venni észre, hogy
ez így van.
Ennyi. Tehát az, hogy a de attól nem kell elvenni.
Azért engedni nem kéne, mert ugye normál körülmény. Igen, mert hogy tehát, hogy egy kutya lesz az elfogadható, ilyen disznónak régen.
They conclude this fund follows the regulations and remains legal. NEBI says they had a private exchange of opinions and their views should not be linked to the authorities' findings. Puppy farming is good business. A buyer in Western Europe will pay a minimum of €1,000 per puppy, the average monthly wage in Hungary. This has attracted criminals who breed dogs in terrible conditions. These dogs were found in Soita, Hungary. They were locked in the dark, lying in their own feces and carcasses of other dead dogs. These illegal breeding sites are known as puppy mills. Illegal breeders cram in as many dogs as possible to produce litter after litter of puppies. These puppies ultimately find their way into legal markets. In Hungary, most of the operations against puppy mills are initiated by charities. Adina Nemedi was one of the animal rescuers involved in closing down the puppy mill in Szolta.
Azt, hogy milyen érzés ide belépni, azt nem lehet megmenteni, hogyha az ember nem kapcsolja ki az érzelmeit. Mert egyszerűen maga az a látvány, ami ott fogad, azok a szavok teljesen sokkolóak.
Adina now cares for some dogs she's rescued from the puppy mills across Hungary.
Teljesen le van bénulva, nincsen a hátsó felében fájdalomérzet. Ez a szaporító telepen történt vele, valószínűleg ellés közben bénulhatott le. Őt egy karcagi szaporító telepről mentettük meg, ahol szintén közel 150 kutya volt, és hát ott a felnőtt egyedeknek a hangszálait megcsonkították, hogy szerencsétlenek ne csapjanak nagy zajt, hogy ne hívják fel a figyelmet magukra.
The recent discoveries of the farm's conditions has led to international pressure for Hungary to tighten their laws. Convicted puppy mill owners now face jail. In Puszbukadani, the Nebi has had a tip-off about an illegal puppy mill. There's a bad smell coming from the inside and nobody is looking after the dogs. After several hours of waiting, the owner turns up. In 2020, Pups for You was one of the main exporters of Hungarian puppies, sending nearly 4,000 dogs to Belgium, a huge puppy market in Europe.
The general hygienic conditions doesn't meet the requirements. The kennels were not that clean.
After the inspection, the Nebi has found more than 10 dogs with ear, skin and eye infections. Hungarian law states that if conditions lead to long-term health damage or death, then the site is defined as a puppy mill. The Nebi decides that's not the case in this instance. They will only impose a fine and inspect again in the near future, but the decision is contentious.
This is a qualified case. If you don't treat an ear infection, then it goes down and down and down, and that is animal cruelty.
Our World contacted Pups for You, but they did not respond. The booming puppy trade in Hungary is attracting traders from all over Europe. Some of them come to markets looking for a cheap deal. Once they collect enough puppies for a shipment, they send them off legally to their clients. Adina has come to Kecskemét market looking for puppy sellers. Adina's concerned puppies bred with low welfare standards are making their way into the legal international market. This registered breeder has 9 Dachshund puppies left, and he sold all the females to an Austrian trader.
Azt kell till.
Nem jött a barátom érte, mert ősségtük kellett volna szőt. De én adtam, mert voltak franciszabó dolgok nekem.
He's charging €100 per puppy. Adina is going to buy one to check its credentials. To sell puppies legally, they must be at least 8 weeks old, fully vaccinated, microchipped and registered by a vet on a national database. But a few simple checks reveal the truth.
Látszik, ugye ez a voltás, és hát itt kellene látszódni a lopszámnak is. Olyan, mintha ezt így megpróbálták volna lekaparni, vagy...
It's likely this puppy has not been vaccinated.
De a kutyában és a mikrochip nincs is regisztrálva a petvedlata rendszerében.
In order to travel legally outside the country, puppies need a pet passport with valid vaccinations, and these can only be issued by a vet. Corrupt vets sell pet passports to puppy mill owners without vaccinating or even seeing the puppies. This puppy is lucky. Adina will give him up for adoption to a good home. Those puppies left might face a grueling journey to markets in the West, where they can be sold for anything up to €3,000 each. The most lucrative markets are in Belgium and the UK, a journey of over 1,000 miles. Thousands of puppies are smuggled through borders hidden in vehicles. Most pass through Germany on their route west.
Dann natürlich, ob man irgendwie erkennen kann, dass auf der Ladefläche was nicht stimmt.
German police mount regular patrols looking for puppy smugglers. In 2021, they seized nearly 2,000 puppies being smuggled across the country. In the same year, the UK saw a 260% increase in puppy smuggling. In response, it's proposed to ban the import of dogs under 6 months old, but that would not always deter the smugglers. This car and van travelling in convoy was stopped by German police. Inside, they found 8 adult dachshunds, split between the two vehicles. The dogs were being transported from Hungary to the UK in terrible conditions.
Die Boxen viel zu klein, total verdreckt, voll gekotet, voll uriniert.
The shipment was also bigger than it initially looked. 4 of the dogs were heavily pregnant. At the shelter, they gave birth to 21 puppies, which would have been worth about £42,000 on the British market. The trafficker had pet passports for some of the dogs, stating they were his pets, but the evidence shows that he had most likely sourced them from a puppy mill.
Nichts kannten, ne? Die kannten keinen Kontakt zu Menschen, die kannten keine Geräusche, für die war draußen auch fremd. Also wenn wir die erste Mal, als wir sie dann auf eine Wiese gesetzt haben, die waren komplett überfordert, die wussten gar nicht, was sie da anfangen sollen.
The dachshunds were being transported by a man called Peter Havorka. After the dogs were seized, he was released without charge. A couple of days later, he was caught again, this time at the British border, where he had more dogs seized. Dog trafficking can carry jail sentences, but traffickers are very rarely prosecuted. Our World contacted Peter Havorka, but he did not respond. Once the puppies are out of Hungary, illegal traders have to create a story around the puppies to sell them.
Ich habe hier diese Anzeige gefunden, aber du meinst auf den Weltmärkten. Das ist ein ganzer Plan, der dahinter steckt. Ne? Also das sind mehrere Leute, ein ganzes Netzwerk.
So gut organisiert.
Gut organisiert, ja, definitiv.
A team of government vets have been working with Four Paws, the country's biggest animal welfare charity, to try to crack down on this illegal trade. Criminal gangs are now moving into the puppy trade, so the vets have asked that we mask their identity. The team is finding an increase in the number of online ads linked to the illegal puppy trade.
It's not really difficult to find suspicious ads online. This ad, it just says boxer puppies. They are asking €1,200 per puppy. And I got this picture of the father. I checked the picture with Google Lens and found this picture here. It's a stolen picture. This can't be the father dog.
This is a fake account set up to look like the puppy is from a family home. Selling a small number of puppies born from your own pets is perfectly legal. But in order to sell large numbers of puppies, you need to be registered as a commercial breeder and have regular inspections and pay taxes on the sales. Selling through social media and online auction sites allows illegal traders to set up multiple accounts. Many of these claim to be selling puppies born from family pets.
Das sind ganz viele verschiedene Anzeigen,
wo immer wieder Hunde und häufiger auch mal Malteser.
This seller has been linked to a network that sold many puppies. The investigator from Four Paws is trying to arrange a test purchase to confirm the evidence.
Ich ruf wegen dem Malteser an. Ist der noch da?
Ja, kommt bei mir.
Oh Gott sei Dank. Ich habe gerade Mittagspause. Ich könnte so um 1:30 kommen. Wäre das okay?
Heute?
Ja.
Ja, ist kein Problem.
This is a risky operation. One of the team goes ahead with a hidden camera posing as a buyer. Only once they're in the flat and can see the puppy will the investigators and police confront the seller.
Ja, in the house. Ich auch. Dass die reinblicken, finde ich komisch.
Oh mein Gott, bist du süß. Oh mein Gott. Oh, und die Mama ist nicht bei euch.
Bei meinem Bruder.
With the puppy located, the rest of the team and the police close in on the flat.
Und wie viel wollt ihr jetzt abhängen?
Ja? Okay, dann. Hallo. Ja, vom Veterinäramt sind wir.
Schon noch ein Welpen, oder?
Wir haben 2019 ein Bußgeld von 5.000 Euro bekommen. Wegen illegalem Welpenhandel. Jetzt handeln Sie wieder mit Welpen. Wie kommt das?
Illegal, dann du hast gefragt, wo es war ein Buß.
Ja, dann beweisen Sie mir das. Beweisen Sie mir, zeigen Sie mir die Mutter, zeigen Sie mir den Wurf.
Ja, die Mutter ist nicht bei mir.
Ja, wo ist die Mutter?
Meine Schwester, das ist Familie. Meine Schwester und
Bei Ihrem Bruder haben Sie das gegeben. Bei Bruder nicht.
Bruder, Schwester bei mir, egal.
Bruder, Schwester, wo ist die Mutter?
Mutter, die Alter.
The seller is unable to prove where he got the puppy from, so it's seized. The vets suspect the puppy has been smuggled into the country. Legally imported puppies need a pet passport and proof of vaccination. This puppy has neither, so he'll have to go into quarantine.
Lenny heißt das.
Lenny.
Given the seller's record, it's likely this puppy was one of many that was smuggled from Hungary. This shelter is part of a network near Cologne that takes in puppies seized from the illegal dog trade. In the last few weeks, they've taken in 69 puppies that were trafficked from Hungary. All of the puppies here were being transported to Belgium. Belgium is one of the main markets for puppies bred in Hungary and other Eastern European countries. Every year, Belgium legally imports around 19,000 puppies from Eastern Europe. Thousands of puppies arrive at wholesale pet shops like this one, where clients can order through click and collect. In Belgium, it's legal to sell puppies in pet shops, but it's illegal to source them from puppy mills.
Der Krach ist absolut ohrenbetäubend. Hunde sind ja sehr sensibel im Hörvermögen.
Vet Kirsten Tonnis visited some wholesale puppy traders where she spotted illnesses commonly found in puppy mills. The director is showing her footage filmed at one of the traders she visited.
Aber es fällt ein Hund auf, der ist richtig abgemagert. Und dann sieht man auch, dass er auch eine massive Husteninfektion hat. Also auch dieser Hund müsste sofort aus dieser Gruppe rausgenommen werden, weil er A, die anderen ansteckt und anscheinend B, auch schon wieder geschwächt ist durch die... Da haben wir schon mal einen Hund mit einem ganz deutlich massiven sogenannten Sherry Eye. Also das ist ein richtig massiv erkrankter Hund. Ein solcher Hund muss sofort in Quarantäne, weil er auch hoch ansteckend für alle anderen Hunde ist.
Our world has tracked down an ex-worker from this wholesale pet shop who's agreed to talk to us.
There were dogs dying every day. You had days when you had to pick up 10 in a day. The workload was very heavy. With only 2 employees, we didn't have enough staff for all of those dogs.
Hier, wie in der Massentierhaltung, ist nur eine mechanisch gesteuerte Fütterung und eigentlich müssen diese jungen Welpen individuell angepasst gefüttert werden.
Drinking nipples were also installed. Dogs then have to push on those with their noses and then they get water. But not all dogs understand that, or some dogs, like Chihuahuas, are too small to get to them, so they didn't drink.
Anyone can buy as many puppies as they want here, no questions asked. British gangs have bought puppies here looking to cash in on this lucrative trade.
They came here to resell those dogs in England. Those Englishmen, they also dealt in drugs. They bought about 20 dogs when they visited. They showed me the car and I saw that it was already full of dogs. They just threw ours in there. I once saw a picture of their boss. He lived in a mega huge house with 3 or 4 Bentleys in the driveway. They really do have plenty of money.
Anthony Godfroyd has won civil cases against Belgian shops selling sick puppies from puppy mills.
They lose a lot of money because of me, because every case costs them 4,000 to 5,000 euros, more or less. But I don't cost them enough money because they make millions. And okay, if there are 7 convictions per year, maybe it's 40,000 euros. That's not the real problem.
Jail sentences for illegally trading in dogs are extremely rare and require investigations into criminal networks across borders that few authorities are prepared to tackle. These dogs have all been rescued from illegal breeders and traffickers. But thousands are trapped in puppy mills which produce tens of thousands of puppies that are now flooding the market. There aren't enough credible breeders to meet the huge demand for puppies. So for now, the most effective way of fighting against the illegal puppy trade is to do thorough research where the puppy comes from.